money, rain, snow, sleet, hell. Keep it on me, cause my name ring bells. People see me and can't help themselves. See me and themselves. I wouldn't wanna be anybody else. I never used to think I'd be a magazine cover. They keep on trying to find new ways to push my buttons. I came out of the jungle where it rained and it thunder, but I bring the heat like the summer. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well. Don't need no scale. I've been on my, I don't need no help. Always getting money, rain, snow, sleet, every day I work my thumb. I don't get to take off. A hater get off. I'm ready like lift off. I never been nowhere, but I'm ready to stay gone. Nothing ever lasts long. I'm always beating the odds. Taking all these trips, I had to go and get a passport. I'm just trying to live. I don't know what these mad for. I just signed a deal and got a really big bag for it. Still at your mama crib and getting money, you gotta ask for it. I'm tired of complaining. I gotta bitch change my situation. Looking at the view outside, I thought I would never make it. Every day these take, but that don't stop the money making. If you want it, go and take it. Ain't no point in hesitating. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind.
S-T-R-O. Yeah.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't get
We've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Washington Redskins. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh. 55. You remember me? You remember me?
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd and 9. Stick. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
It's a gain of 20.
And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Let's go now. 90 Wolf. Check. 55, Mike. 55. Hey, Wolf.
A shotgun throw for Stick. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. So that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another 1st down on the pickup of 5 yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Whip.
Get it.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
The extra receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
They'll run for the first time with James Conner. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. James Conner, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Set, ready. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that.
The 1st carry now for Tony Pollard. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got him that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Great.
24-yard line.
Hey, Foxtrot. 55.
From the 24, Stick. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. First down, and it's Pollard again. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Now Stick finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. On 3rd down, it's Stick. Going down the middle, and it's complete. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Charger first down.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? We'll hear about that from him soon.
Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. They'll throw on 2nd down as Stick. He'll get this to Eckler. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 39.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down. Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you're throwing so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Chargers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Stick from the gun. And he finds Seals-Jones complete. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Ready, ready.
55.
Stick looking to throw on 1st and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
We play to win. Let's go.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Check hot route.
Hey.
Going on the ground with Eckler. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
On the set.
Mike 56. Watch the slack.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Go! 15 line.
They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. James Conner, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Back to throw now on 1st down. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. And he's going to go down again.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
Let's go, D. Big Sears right here.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So we've reached halftime here on Halloween. And trust me, kids, if you had to look at Charles Davis every game, you'd think every day was Halloween. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, that'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Washington. Tony Pollard, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
60 outlaws.
Once more, here's Eckler. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. The Redskins on third down, putting an extra man here in the secondary.
57. Mike, 57. I'm going to run you over.
Stick looks to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. A big play there for L.A. And even 50 yards. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Give him 8 on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down.
Ready up.
56. Check.
Protein spell.
Get ready. Get ready.
Hey, Charlie.
SOS.
Third down, they'll throw with stick. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Danielle Hunter has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And Elliott puts this one through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Oh, nice move. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Going to run again here with Pollard. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short. Blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Chargers' 32-yard line. Go, baby, return over. Get that ball.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Washington Redskins first down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Run for Pollard. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Tony Pollard, the ball carrier. Takaris McKinley on the tackle. A 4-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and goal at the Chargers.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Tony Pollard, his 2nd touchdown of the night, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Hopkins with the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Touchdown, LA! That kickoff return, 104 yards. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Chargers 24, Redskins 14.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Now this throw caught left side. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. He's got Allen. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards the pickup there. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Now
he's by himself, Keenan Allen. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Keenan Allen, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point good by Hopkins. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Things sure were looking good for him at the half. Heck, off the air, you and I were just saying they might run away with this thing and cruise to a victory. Not anymore.
Yeah, the cruise control has to be off at this point. Now you've got to match the gas yourself. Again, who's going to step up and make a big play for you? Who's going to take care of business now that you're being pressed? It is definitely go time for them at this moment.
All of a sudden clinging to a slim lead and hoping to hold on to that lead. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Push him back.
On 2nd down, it's Stick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Daron Payne with a sack that time. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Here's Stick, 3rd and long. He'll get this one to Patrick. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
It's Eckler again. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up. And now the rookie's free. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time, and it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Here is Eckler. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been tough to stop. 8 for 10 so far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Stick looking to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2nd and 4. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Back to throw here. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Chris Harris with a pick, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. They'll run here with Eckler. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. On 2nd and 11 now. Stick. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get... And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Caught by Allen. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. It's a 1st down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. He'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. They'll set up a throw. Allen's got it complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for our visitors, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Washington, they fall for the first time this season after 6 wins to start the campaign. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.